welcome to the Give My Head podcast. I'm Tim McGarry from the Hole in the Wall gang, joined by my very fine comedy colleague,
Tim and Gwyn.
As you probably know, we have been, we're doing about 25 episodes so far, and we interview comedians, actors, writers, politicians, anybody of interest in Northern Ireland. Very quick plug before we go. Give My Head Peace Tour is about to start, literally, in the next couple of days. We are starting in the Riverside Theatre in Coleraine. We are doing 29 dates all over the country, ending up in the Opera House at the end of March. Get your tickets now. They're available anywhere. Go to davidhullpromotions.com or just Google Give My Head Peace Live. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a lot of very distinguished guests in this program. We've had actors.
Yes.
We have never had a man like this before. We have delighted to say we're joined by the Oscar-winning James Martin.
Hi Tim, hi Damon.
Oh, good to see you, mate. We've never had an Oscar winner, have we?
No, we kind of have because Paddy Jenkins was in the same film as you. But James, I want to say that
That's right.
I'm delighted that you're here. Your dad's here with you, of course, Ivan Martin as well, distinguished broadcaster, footballer, fan, and you acted, didn't you, James?
Ivan, you acted,
James
Young.
You were with James Young.
Yes, I was actually Olivia Nash and myself made our debut with James Young in the same play.
Wow.
I was marginally younger than Livy at the time.
At the time, but not now.
Not now, no.
So you're both ancient.
Caught up. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. So, Livy was about, I think she was about 22, 23, and I was 14, 15 at the time.
Well, listen, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Nobody cares. We're all going about this young man here.
Well,
but before I get to him, I'm going to speak to you directly. But can I just, no, I'm only slightly joking. But first of all, two things. First of all, I'm very lucky I knew James before he was famous. Do you remember we met?
That's right.
I knew him from the football. You go to the football match with your dad a lot, and I knew you from Harberton.
That's right,
like
Harberton School.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Mm-hmm. But the Oscar is obviously the big thing. Ivan, be honest now. You're proud as anything of James, but are you a wee bit jealous as well? Yeah?
People keep asking me this.
Come on.
Genuine.
Come on, I would be sick with James. It was my son.
I'm not. I am absolutely delighted for him, especially in the light that some hard-nosed doctor with the bedside manner of Attila the Hun told me, look, in that very matter-of-fact sort of way, look, Mr. Martin, you're just going to have to accept the fact that James will probably never speak.
Oh, that was when he was born.
So then...
Don't look at me now. Couldn't stop talking since.
Shut you up now.
No, he hadn't stopped, you know.
So let's go back to the bit. Where are the Martins from? Where are you guys from? Where's the Martins? Where do you originate from? Part of the world?
Well, we're from Belfast, and then everybody goes, what part of Belfast? I'm trying to work out, you know, what tribe are you in? I was brought up near Distillery Football Club, Grosvenor Park. On
One I am. Yeah.
On the front of the Grosvenor Road, and there was just me and my mother because my father died when I was 4. So me and my mother, Grosvenor Road, It was a brilliant place to grow up, and Grosvenor Park was like a second home. And that is why it is a matter of deep regret to me where Distillery find themselves now, you know.
No,
but
we'll talk about football.
let's not get into
let's
that.
not get going to that. You know, you had a bit of a bad run called the 20th century. I think.
We had. But in terms of James, you know, somebody said to me last week, how does it feel that you're not even the most famous person in your house anymore? And I said, it's brilliant, because the attention's on James, and that works for me. I've had 40 years of it, you know, And, you know, the novelty has somewhat worn off.
Well, like, me and James actually have a lot in common because
Right.
like, you know, we're both brilliant actors.
Yes.
Like,
That's
and
a given.
That's
we've
a
both been
given.
nominated for an Oscar, except you won and I lost. But I'm not jealous. No, not at all.
Well, put it this way, Damon, we both went to the Northern Ireland Unsung Hero
We did indeed.
Award.
We did indeed.
So it was actually a pleasure to work with you.
Oh, absolutely. We shared a stage.
We did
Yeah,
indeed.
and but you've got a very distinguished career now, like and more ahead of you. But surely your greatest achievement was being in Give My Headpiece with us.
It was actually my dream come true, actually, because it was actually my favourite TV show ever in our house. It was never off our TV, and it was just really nice just to see all those guys from then up to now, and it was just really nice to be involved.
Just to be clear, James was in an episode at the end of 2023. We won the Oscar that year.
Yes.
You won awards. You were at every single ceremony there ever was. That tuxedo you wore it for about 365 days in a row. But the highlight of your year of 2023 was appearing in Give Me a
Well,
Headpiece.
actually, the timing of it was actually really perfect because of course the last episode of Give Me a Headpiece, and I got an MBE, so
That's right, yeah.
I think the timing of it was actually fantastic.
It was perfect.
No, really.
That's right, the NBA. I think we had the king giving you a knighthood, but yeah, you'll work on that. That'll happen.
well, sure.
Well, fingers crossed.
So did you get into the acting because of your dad, or because I knew you before?
You
that,
did,
I knew you
yes.
because of the football. I also knew you because you were an ambassador for MenCap
That's
before
right.
before you were known as the actor. So you'd been doing stuff like that before.
Well, I've known you right before those times, really. You know, back in Hobbiton days in school.
You were at Harberton Special School, which is where it was a brilliant school. You had
Lovely school, you know, great principal and great teachers, and I just love going there just to learn new things, and I want to become an actor anyway, and they said, can I do maths, art, and PE, and I thought, yeah, okay, so I stuck to my train, and next minute my friend Ross Stewart, who has Down syndrome too, set up this drama group down in Ballycastle in Colomela, a well-known place closer to my heart, and we did arts and crafts, music, and painting and hand painting, and it was really nice. And next minute, he gave me another call back about this other drama group up the road from me, actually, People Players, Three Targans, and next minute I thought to myself, well, I might as well give this a try out and stuff, and I had to talk to my folks, and I said, son, you do what you do, follow your dreams, but don't follow your gut, but follow your dreams. You know, really, so it was actually really good.
so they encouraged you.
They did, yeah. If it wasn't for my father, you know, I wouldn't be in that family of trust in the drama, because I take that from my dad's side of the family.
So you were doing, was it sort of stage show and stuff? Because the first time I saw you, I think it was Ups and Downs on the telly.
That's right,
That was the first
yes.
telly thing where you played this guy wanted to be a singer going on to a concert and a band and stuff.
Yes, that's right. And, you know, a catchphrase that you will never forget. Are you the fella says, I want to be a rock star?
Yeah, that's right.
And next minute you just feel, oh, not this thing again. And no, it's really nice just to be involved in that show. And for play to Owen Cleanan.
Owen Cleanan, that's right. I couldn't remember the name of the guy who produced. Yeah, he directed and produced it.
He did, and wrote it as well. And it was really nice. And he found a drama group for the Down syndrome. And he thought, that's fine, the one up Malone, Babosh, and next minute I was down to the final 25, final 15, down to the final 5, and next minute, why is he coming to drama to pull me out? And I just wanted to do drama, you know, really, so, he wanted this character to happen, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give us a try out, and I did, and it was really lovely. And that was my big break.
Right.
And it was a big show, so it was really nice to meet different cast members. And same with another show with Anna Friel, actually, and
Marcella, was that Marcella show?
yes, that's
Aye.
right, yes. And big show, nice title, nice name, but it was really nice. And funny enough, my dad actually, it was actually my birthday, and it was before COVID and lockdown kicked off, and we did the read through for Marcella, and my dad introduced me to
Amanda Burton.
Amanda Burton.
Amanda
Yeah,
Burton.
Burton, no less, right? Yeah.
And I had interviewed Amanda.
Any more names to drop here?
No,
No, we haven't even got to the Oscars
Sure.
yet. Hold on a
Sure.
second, but go.
This is
So-
right before the Oscars.
I introduced James to Amanda. She came into the read through it, So the next thing, Anna Friel walks into the room and she has such a presence. I don't know if you know if you know Anna or not, but she just
She's
has
on next week,
that.
yeah.
She just, right, great, yeah. She just has that presence, and she walked in, and this is one of those moments when you realise that you are now no longer a young man. James said to her, Anna, can I
introduce you to my dad, Ivan? And then she says, "Oh, really nice to meet you, so."
sir? And I thought, hey, man, you know.
You've reached a certain
Yeah,
stage
yeah.
in your life.
That's
yeah.
It was actually really fun, really, just to do that, really. It was really fun.
I used to get like and give me a headpiece. Sometimes you'd be like, right, it's been going down nearly, well, we're getting near 30 years, aren't we?
Wow.
But I used to get like people coming up to me in the street going, "Are you on that give me a headpiece?" Yeah. My ma really fancies you.
Aye.
No, it's you on that give me a headpiece. I have. Yeah, my great granny really fancies you.
But the best one I got was this guy came up to me and he says, "Did anybody ever tell you you look very like Ivan Martin?" I said, "No." You know?
You look very like him.
Yeah, very like him.
But
yeah.
no,
You know.
no, but like all joking aside, though, it is really lovely just to be on those two shows.
Yeah.
And next minute, the second lockdown kicked off, and that's how I got to know about A Marriage Goodbye. And if it wasn't for A Marriage Goodbye, it was nice to meet up with Seamus O'Hara and.
He's a great actor. He did stuff for he did stuff for the long and the short of it. Really nice guy. Yeah.
And Paddy Jenkins, of course.
I don't know him.
At what time is
Paddy
that going
Jenkins.
But no,
The other Oscar winner.
Yeah, well, yeah.
yes.
Well, you know the story that while you were in the Oscars and receiving your award, and he was in the film with you. He was on stage with us in Downpatrick. doing the headpiece.
But it was actually a very good experience, because when you have Mark up to your knees and mock,
Yeah.
you know that you're gonna hit a mark though somehow. Not just going to the BAFTAs, because the BAFTAs was a different ball game to the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because yes, you've got the BAFTA to win, and next minute you see your mother going, "What's your neutral face?" And I'm thinking to myself, "What's my neutral face?" We've got a BAFTA in one hand, and next minute we're going over to America,
Yeah.
and we've got the Oscars. So what's up with the neutral face? No, it was great, and it was good fun to meet all these guys, and it was a full play to my dad, actually, because there was a lot of them outside of my house. When I was going over to America, there's this
Journalist and
scene.
thing.
Yeah, camera crews.
Alright.
The morning after the Oscars,
yeah.
I opted not to go to the Oscars. Suzanne went, and her brother Dee.
Right.
So they all went off to the Oscars. We're at home with I'm at home with Daniel and James's granda, watching the ceremony, and we didn't get to bed till about 3:30 or 4. 7:30, our Daniel comes in and wakens me and he says, "Dad, you gotta get up." I said, "Daniel, why is up? I've only in bed." He said, "Dad, there's 7 film crews in the garden." So we went down, but James really showed me what blind faith means. James went to the Oscars not in a proud way or a sort of haughty way. He was just convinced that they were going to win it. And it was like he was going to collect it.
Right. There's not in a competition. He was going to collect.
I'm just going to get this,
I just want to get it and just bring it home. Because it was a nightmare of bringing it home, actually. Because you want to see the security rate going beep, beep, beep. And then I'm thinking,
Where is it? Is it in the house? Did you get to keep it?
I'll say, we all have tawns, so I would have, Seamus would have a tawn, I would have a tawn, and Paddy would have a tawn.
Right.
And it just keeps going.
Right,
That
It was also the
in
first
rear.
time at the Oscars that I ever saw where they sang Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
The
is.
entire crowd stood
Yes,
up saying
the whole Oscars sang Happy Birthday.
The interesting thing about that, right, you have Ross and Tom, who wrote An Irish Goodbye, directed it, brought it through. This is the biggest moment of their careers, if not their life. And Tom
And that
says...
fecker steals all the limelight.
Well, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Tom opts to lead the assembled crowd
right,
to
yes,
sing
yes,
Happy
yeah,
Birthday.
no,
In terms of selflessness,
Yes.
it takes it to a whole new level,
Yeah.
And as you're alluding to here, Damon, it's such an unusual thing to have happened.
Yes.
Whenever they're doing documentaries about the Oscars and moments from, it'll always turn up. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you're totally right, because it is...
Thank you.
No, I wasn't going to be sarcastic.
Does he never say that to you, Eamon?
No, I mean, like, it is a once in a lifetime. And, it's kind of like when you're in that circle of trust, you have to expect that. So, when you get people and they say, "Do you feel any humble?" The same question is, no, I am not any humble, because I'm just me being me. I would say you guys like my colleagues.
Yeah.
It's kind of in that trust, really.
Wish we were in the same league, mate.
I do think, though, here, success
Yeah.
is relative, but you can only succeed at what you're doing, so you want to be the best at what you're doing. And if you're looking at your career, if somebody had said to you 30 years ago, you'll still be doing this,
Oh, no.
right? And let's be fair, you're still doing it because it's still doing the figures. If it wasn't doing the figures, there's always somebody in a suit, a failed broadcaster in a suit, waiting to tell
Any broadcasters in particular.
waiting to tell you, "I'm afraid your figures have dropped. Good luck. Bye."
It's a tough
That's
business.
life.
I know it's a tough business.
Yeah.
But can I ask you a couple of serious questions, James? Because first of all, you're the first Down syndrome person ever to win an Oscar. You're also an ambassador. Does that put a weight on your shoulders of kind of, you're the representative, you're the kind of poster boy for Downs. I mean, let's be honest. Downs is a serious condition. There's discrimination involved. That people have downside to it as well. You know, downside to Downs. Sorry, but I didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean as well. There's a serious side to this as well, isn't there?
No. Well, I mean, I am an Mancap's ambassador, and I've been going to Mancap a long time since I was. What time was going on, Dad?
Go ahead.
Since I was very wee until about, say 4 or 5. And it was just really nice to be asked to be an ambassador, because you would get that on for anybody, not just people with Down syndrome, but if we take like autism, physical disability, CP, or hearing, they all come up to me like I'm no big daddy.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm not even that big, but no, like honestly, it's a nice thing just to have. I mean, I would get people and say, "You've really moved me," and that's really nice. And so that's why I become an ambassador for that reason, because I tell the truth to families and give a face out to them. And most families can't even can handle the truth, and some families can't, so that's fine. But I am an ambassador for Belfast too, myself, and it's just knowing what problems is out there for people, and me comes in, and you just feel that you're in touch with your feelings and in touch with your acting or in touch with your ambassador role. So that's back to your point. People with Down syndrome can be, you have to be very careful what you say.
Yes.
That's great. But yes, it's nice to make fun, really. But it's just one of those things in life that you have to move on.
Tim, at Harry McConkie, you'll know through football,
yes, yeah.
Ballinamallard. Harry is involved with that special school, Willowbridge.
I think it is, yeah.
And he invited James to come up and speak to the school, right? Now, this is the first experience we had of this at this level. Tell the boys what happened when we arrived up at the school. We had our scones and coffee, and they then said, "We're ready for you in the assembly
one
hall."
thing, though.
What?
Rhubarb pie and apple pie was really nice too. But yeah.
But let's fast forward to the bit where they said, "We're ready for you in the assembly hall."
So the guys opened the doors, and I said, "Open the doors." So they opened the doors, and I just finished ups and downs, and I was about to do my gala.
Yeah.
And I walked into the stage and put my hands out like this here. They went crazy. The room went crazy. It was like bringing Westlife into the room. Never mind boys showing the boys live, really. But no, it was great. And it was a great day because you know what Harry McConkie is like. You go in, do the Q&A, and there's goal. No, it's questions and answers. So this girl decided to put her hand up and say her name was like Phoebe or Rachel or something. And Harry says, "Yes, Phoebe or Rachel. Is there a question for James?" And she says, "Would you like to take me to my school prom?" And I couldn't break her heart up saying no or maybe or let me think about it. So I said, "Yeah, of course you can, really. I have to choose my words carefully." But no, I think she's still reading, of course.
Right,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a level of honesty sometimes with people with special needs that you don't
There
get.
is.
No, there's a level
There
of kind
is.
of straightforward talking. Is that?
Yeah.
And you have a bit of that, don't you?
Too much of it.
Too much of it.
A little bit after a pint, a bit more of it.
Yeah, no, it was nice. I mean, it was nice to be asked to do, and now it's goodbye. But before the Oscars, actually, I finished the show called Fairview Park.
Yes.
And there was out.
It's a wee short, is it?
A wee short, yeah. It was
Fairview
out.
Park. Is it out at the minute? Can you see?
Well, it was out over the Christmas holidays, but you can still get it on the.
Channel 4 iPlayer or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Watch again or. You know.
And funny, I'm going to be on very soon, actually, this month, called Fun Boys.
Oh, yes.
I
We
don't
them,
know.
Yes.
Fun
We know
Boys,
those guys, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
BBC Three. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
BBC Three, BBC Northern Ireland, and the
BBC
iPlayer.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
indeed.
very keen on their iPlayer.
They
BBC
are.
iPlayer.
I'm
Sure.
surprised I'm going right, never mind global, but I don't know if that's the right tongue. Being
You're into
honest.
the fun boys, isn't it?
No, it's really nice just to be involved with a time like Fun Boys. So it's going to be out very soon, but I don't know what date yet. So we just
Middle
have
of
to
the
keep an
month,
eye
I
on
think.
the screen.
Excellent.
So you're going to do more acting. You still working? Last time I saw you before you became megastar, you were in Starbucks down in the centre of town. You're still there.
That's right. Funny enough, I haven't really been back.
No, I haven't gone back to Starbucks since.
No, I haven't really been back because I began too many people taking
All right.
pictures.
Right.
And
I know what I know what it's like, mate.
you know what it's like itself. But no, it's very unfair for the staff.
Right.
So I think it'd be wise not to
Right.
go back.
But you're doing a bit of
Too
acting, and you're
soon.
still going with your dad to the football, aren't you? Because you're in
Yes.
big football. What team do you support, by the way, James? Did you?
The same team as my father.
Distillery.
So nobody, distillery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not Lisburn Distillery.
Distillery. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I sort of feel like I'm not part of the gang here because I don't have a blue jacket.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't have a beard.
No.
I mean, I didn't bring the beard or my blue jacket.
It makes you very distinguished and intelligent
Yes.
looking.
Must do.
It makes
Well-
you look like you're in charge, damn it.
All right.
You see, always remember this, Damon. You're always in charge of everyone, so that's a good thing.
Ah,
Well,
well then.
charge.
There you go. Yes, the producer.
Yeah.
See, he knows the same with the producer.
Yeah.
Is that the right tongue these days,
You
Tim?
have a very unique taste in your clothes, aren't you? You wore quite a classy suit for the Oscars, wasn't it? Did you pick that yourself, or did you have a
well,
dresser, or did you have a wardrobe person?
Was it a birthday suit?
I feel a quote from his mother coming on. Go ahead.
We were shopping and funny enough in Derry.
In Derry.
I know, and
Whoa! Don't insult our viewers and listeners in Derry.
oh right, sorry for the listeners.
Derry's lovely. We're playing Derry, and Give Me Headpiece is there on the 5th and 6th of March this year. Derry, we love you. Sorry.
So we were in TK Maxx, and Dad says to me, I says to him, what are you doing and stuff? And then he says, oh, I got this jacket, and can you bring it down to your mother? My mother nearly had a Conway, right?
It was a leopard skin print
Yes.
dinner jacket.
All right.
And the next minute, I went up to my dad and says, my mum says to you, typical of your father, getting a leopard print jacket, but anyway, one of those things. So fast forward, leading up to the Oscars, I did a big thing about the leopard print jacket. So Dad says to me, do you fancy wearing my jacket to the Derby Theatre? And I know it's going to come from my mother, but anyway. And my mother says, oh, Sean's not going, that's Coco the Clown going to the Oscars. Right, okay, right. So next minute, I had to get another jacket, which is a spoke jacket, and it arrived on the day that we were going to America to pick the Oscars up. So Oscar up, and I ran the next minute. It was the day of my birthday because it was a special moment,
Yes,
and
indeed.
I was getting called by this fella because I normally mingle and stuff, and this fella shouted, James. No, I'm looking behind me, and it was Dwayne Johnson. He thought you were tall. Dwayne Johnson was like, really, the Rock.
Oh, right, Dwayne the Rock.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was wearing my jacket, and he was wearing a peach silk jacket, and you know what Dwayne is like,
Yeah, he's a big
messing
lad.
about and stuff. So this fella appeared, and he says, guys, I don't really like your jackets. What's the story about it, right? Dwayne looked at him. He walked down at least 500 metres away down the cobbled. So we were having this conversation. So come the next day, in the LA Times was James and a giant peach.
Oh, very good.
Picture of the two of
Picture
them.
of the two of them on the day.
Very good.
Really.
Nice one.
So
So your jacket was inspired by a purchase in TK Maxx in
It
Derry,
was,
just to be
yes.
clear. It was the most
Yeah.
famous jacket in Oscar.
I bought the jacket because
TK Maxx in Derry. Right.
I had been, when you're doing comparing gigs, and I had this white linen jacket that I used, a dinner jacket that I used to wear, and I got fed up with people saying, could I have a 99?
Oh, yeah.
Might have been funny the first time,
Yep,
but,
Yep.
come on. So I thought, I'll get this and wear that instead, and hence the rest, the difference now is if I ever wear it again, I know people would say, oh, copying James's jacket.
So it was really funny because I was doing all the press work before and after the Oscars.
Yep.
And this Spanish fella won a nice gold jacket and touched my jacket just like this here. He was really afraid of it. I'm like, it doesn't come out. It's not an iron. Right? He thought it was real. Never mind. But no, it was actually really fun and really nice to be involved.
Yeah.
Do you have a contact list now that is far better than it used to be a couple of years ago? Like, do you have The Rock on the speed dial? Do you
Listen,
do you have Meryl Streep? Do you have...
Listen, I tell you something now. It's fantastic who that you have on your contacts. It's amazing, really.
I know you're still acting. You've got more acting to come. Have you other gigs coming up? Do more?
Yes, there's going to be another one quite soon. Maybe the summertime. It's a new Lisa McGee's.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Yes.
Is this a new series? Or is this
Yeah.
the film she's doing?
How to get to heaven from Belfast.
Yeah, it's a series, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
It's a TV series. Yeah.
I think so.
Yes, it's her new-
I
yeah.
was on it
Yeah.
for a week
Yeah.
with James, and it's I still don't know what it's about, and there's enough NDAs running about
Oh, right,
that
right.
You do have to be coupled,
but-
really.
what I will say is, and you would endorse this, I'm sure. Lisa was fantastic with us, great with James.
Good, very great. And say we drink coffee or maybe nothing that up, you might think it's funny. Really, because it was really nice. It's a funny, so
Yeah.
it's a drama comedy.
Right, okay.
Really.
Yeah.
We have
Kind
to
of
get
like
Lisa
that.
on here actually because
We
Lisa,
should,
I've
actually,
never met her, but Derry Girls is. I'm a big fan of Derry Girls.
Yeah.
Loved it, and,
I love Derry
Well,
Girls too. What's
yeah.
your favourite scene, guys, in it? What's your favourite scene in Derry
And
Girls?
Derry Girls.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I remember the very, very first, because I remember she did a show called London Irish, which was kind of all right. And then the first, the Derry Girls was being touted, and I remember listening to Radio 5 before it came out, and these guys, English guys, going, you got to see this is brilliant, this is going to be great. And I went, nah, it's probably not going to be great. And the very first scene where they're literally walking down the street and they're talking about, they're going to change their uniform, and or whether we're going to not wear the uniform because they want to be individuals. And I went, there's just something about this. This has just got bang. It's just got likability.
Yeah,
and,
it's a great story. I even like it because there's a special fella in Derry Girls named Neeson.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's probably a friend of yours, is he?
Well, funny enough, he still hasn't found me yet.
Has he not?
funny enough. But no, it's amazing how when you're on, like if it's a TV show and you get recorded, and then he would say, "The next time I see you, I will find you." So I'm like, "Oh flip, I must be afraid."
But funny thing was, we were down at the Fastnet Film Festival in West Cork,
That's right.
in Skull, and Kieran Hines was there, right?
Yeah.
And we were sitting having one of those late night conversations you do, and Kieran was telling us that on not Christmas just past, but the previous one, he was in New York staying with Liam Neeson, and they went for a walk in Central Park on Christmas Day, and then they came back to Liam's place, and they opened a bottle of Bush, and they put on an Irish Goodbye. And I said, "You downed a bottle of Bush in 23 minutes?" And Kieran says, "Just about."
I seen him at the Kevin Hines at the Fastnet Film Festival. And he was getting bothered with so many people, so I thought I'll go over when it was died down a wee bit. So I went down and had a good conversation, because he gave me really good advice about walking and stuff like that. And his American friend says to me, he says to me, "Can you tell Kevin, you know that line in the movie of an Irish Goodbye?" Well, I said, "Tell you me, Jesus, he's a dickhead." Right? So I says to his American friend, "No, I will not, because he gave me really good advice, and I want to keep it as that," and stuff like that. So fast forward, I was recording Patrick Kilty's show for the New Year's,
Yes.
Yeah.
and my girlfriend Bob was granddad passed away, and the priest said us goodbyes to his widow. What time is this coming out?
No, you're okay.
And next minute, her mum was trying to get into a conversation of the priest, and she was just saying, typical of a priest, right? Yeah. He says to me, in my ear, "Tell you me, Jesus, he's a dickhead."
Brilliant.
I'm thinking...
What I love about Northern Ireland, by the way, Kieran Hines, his ma was great mates with my ma, who lived up the street from me. Liam Neeson is my brother-in-law's cousin. There you go.
Honestly, that's right.
Liam Neeson.
Well, Kieran and I hadn't spoken in nearly 40 years until I met him at Fastnet, and we were at Queen's together.
All right.
And he left after the first term. He was doing law, something you'd be not unfamiliar with.
What was he doing that for?
But he was doing that, but at least he had the good sense to leave after a term. Yeah. He knew he wasn't lawyer material.
We should have done that.
You know?
James, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I think we'll get you back again. Do you have to bring your chauffeur every time with you, or does he just he comes with you? Does he take a cut of your earnings?
No, see, I can even drive, so he takes me to
Sorry,
places.
your dad just give this look like, "No, I don't get a cut of his earnings."
Or you see how there's another thing we have in common. We both don't drive.
Oh, really?
So there you go.
I only did that for a joke.
James, an absolute pleasure. Ivan, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you again.
Always good to see you, boys.
We'll see you at a Football Writers' Do or something, because you're away to a Football Writers' meeting. I do a lot of the Football Writers' dinners and stuff. I will hopefully see you at a match again sometime soon.
Sometime soon.
But thank you very much for being on the Give My Head podcast. Thank you for watching and listening. Subscribe below, follow the links, support our sponsors, and don't forget, Give My Head Peace Live is on tour all over September and March. We're in the Grand Opera House at the end of March. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, what an honour, what a pleasure to be in the presence of James and Ivan Martin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.